This week saw the royal family out and about carrying out a number of important engagements, although with some unavoidable changes to their schedule. On Monday, Queen Consort Camilla tested positive for COVID, meaning she was unable to make a planned trip to the West Midlands on Tuesday or join King Charles in Milton Keynes on Thursday. Princess Anne and her husband Sir Timothy Lawrence flew to New Zealand on Sunday for a 4-day visit, however their plans had to change in the aftermath of Cyclone Gabrielle. Here's everything the royals got up to this week. Tuesday 14th February on Valentine's Day the King held an investiture at Windsor Castle, before in the afternoon heading to Hounslow in West London to meet with Turkish volunteers aiding in the relief effort for those affected by the earthquakes in Turkey and Syria. While there he found time to pop into Mongol Kebab restaurant. Later, in Trafalgar Square, Charles formally launched Syria's House, a temporary Syrian community tent where members of the Syrian community can come together to support those impacted by the disaster. On Tuesday the Princess Royal also touched down in New Zealand, which is now in a state of emergency following Cyclone Gabrielle. She arrived at Government House in Wellington and was welcomed by the Governor-General of New Zealand, Her Excellency the RT. Honourable Dame Cindy Kiro. Much of the country's North Island had been battered by the cyclone, with Anne's schedule being adjusted to take into account the dangers posed by the extreme weather. Wednesday 15th February on her second day in New Zealand the Princess began her day by meeting with the country's new Prime Minister Chris Hipkins. She then visited the National Crisis Management Centre at the Executive Wing in Wellington to meet those involved in the response to Cyclone Gabrielle. She said in a statement, "I have been given the opportunity to visit the National Disaster and Crisis Headquarters today and I am impressed by the major efforts being undertaken by first responders, local and national agencies to ensure the best possible support for everyone. I admire the courage of the people of Aotearoa during this alarming and difficult time. You should all be proud of the resilience, strength and care for your communities you are showing in the face of adversity." Anne also took in the Museum of New Zealand and attended a reception to mark 100 years of the Royal New Zealand Corps of Signals, as part of her role as Colonel-in-Chief. To finish off the day the Princess Royal attended a service of remembrance and laid a wreath on the tomb of the unknown warrior at the capital's National War Memorial. Thursday 16th February still in New Zealand Anne paid a visit to the New Zealand Riding for the Disabled group in Porirua, which she has been president of since 1985. Back in the UK King Charles travelled to Milton Keynes to mark it being granted city status, with a reception held at the Church of Christ the Cornerstone. During the trip anti-monarchy protesters from the campaign group Republic held up signs saying "Not my king." However royal well-wishers also joined the crown, chanting out "God save the king." Friday 17th February the King met with the Polish President Andrzej Duda at Buckingham Palace to discuss sending more humanitarian assistance to Ukraine. Mr. Duda said in an interview before the meeting, "I know that His Majesty King Charles is very much involved in these matters. I also know that the royal family has allocated significant funds to help Ukraine and Ukrainians. So they are very active in this area. They are very sensitive and we will certainly talk about that." What's next in the royal diary? The Prince and Princess of Wales will attend the BAFTA Film Awards ceremony at the Royal Festival Hall on Sunday 19 February. The Prince, President of the British Academy of Film and Television Arts, BAFTA, and the princess will watch the awards ceremony before meeting category winners and Rising Star Award nominees. Kate and William have not attended the BAFTAs together since 2020. William has been president of BAFTA since 2010 and Kate first joined him for the event in 2017. Diary constraints prevented the couple from attending last year's ceremony, but William made a virtual appearance in a special video message. The BAFTA Film Awards will be broadcast on BBC One and BBC iPlayer from 7 p.m. on Sunday 19th of February.
From above, melted.